as I sit here in thought, as a reflection of self, using certain forms of types of processes, I guess, if you will, to or try to I guess conduct myself in a manner to implode thought or a type of consciousness to improve self. But then when you consider conditions, environmental situations, or mental degradation, if you will. I probably didn't use that term properly or say it right, but I guess that's I guess you would call it a politically correct way to uh, describe. I don't know how to properly put it in terms. I guess you would call it like a self-induced. Uh, no, I wouldn't even call it that. I guess more so it's just like when you as an individual dealing with your own conflicts or problems or issues within yourself and making the attempt to correct them or improve them or discard or get rid of, however you might refrain to use or phrase or, you know, so it's like we all have issues, we all have problems. You know, like I enjoy my little basketball game because it helps me go into a type of thought pattern to where I can process my daily life and things I know I need to do, things how can I deal with this or how to deal with that and so forth. But one of the main reasons when I look at it as far as hand-eye coordination or was the cognitive, the, I can't even say it properly, what am I, the cognitive, I'm probably not even saying it right, because as you can tell from my eyes, you know, I guess you could say I'm lit up. Well, shit, eyes shut wide open. I mean, yeah, as I'm looking in reflection of myself in this camera to see, like, my eyes don't look like they open, but to me, they're wide. You know what I'm saying? So, just like, you know, a song or idea, you know, a title that I used at one point years ago, probably about 20 plus years now. You know, I always dibbled and dabbled, and I'm wanting to try to learn everything possibly around me, especially or mainly things that I like or enjoy or love, you know. But I have a concept of wanting to know everything there is to be known, if possible. As I had made reference to people in the past when having consciousness discussions on, you know, just everyday matters. You know, whereas, you know, when you look at information and that information as a process, as I would make reference to say, like, you know, take this, like it's this table right here, you know what I'm saying? And say this is everything to be known and unknown. And you see this little dust speck on this table, that's like, you know what I'm saying? Or, and the person like, all the information or knowledge that you have of you, that you know of you. Yeah, but that's still, it's like a speck of dust. You see what I'm saying? And you're like, wow. Because when you think of the universe or universes or galaxies, different, so forth, so forth, you know what I'm saying? The cosmos, if you will, you know what I'm saying? In the level or base knowledge of information that's just broadcasted, just not on this planet, but like I say, it's it's experientialness. Like I say, I'm probably not using terms right, lit up, and then I don't even get into my studies as I used to, far as different forms of types, just like different types of languages. I used to adapt to learn, but now it's as if I don't know. I don't know what or how to properly explain it, but maybe, most times within speaking with self, in regards to self, and sometimes bashing self, but I only say bashing because it's like when or you take in regards to uh, wrong choice or decision or bad thought for as a mistake or whatever errors that might have occurred that you be like, damn, what the fuck going on? Or, damn, why did it happen? And, you know what I'm saying? And then too, it's also like a combination of various things that might not be easy to explain in the literary language terms in which we use as I'm expressing now, far as just, oh well, this, because a lot of things go beyond our comprehension. Because for one, especially me as being a melanated individual or considered a African American in this country, or black man, so forth, blah blah, that the miseducation process that has been applied to me and me taking that journey to re-educate self on the most accurate or right information has been a nice journey and trip. And now, at times, I try to encourage others to not accept what is being told, but necessarily check it out. As I consider any master teacher, or what I would consider a master teacher, is an individual who's sharing a base uh, or vast knowledge or information or knowledge, science, whatever it might be, but then they make also always make reference to don't accept what I'm telling you, but to find out and discover for yourself what is true, what is real, what is, accurate within. So, and most of us, I think, or feel, like I say, as I think or feel, from my perspective, most of us don't necessarily get to complete that journey of self discovery, you know what I'm saying, before we leave the physical. And as I stated just prior or previously, it's due to a necessary, what I would consider a practical based form of miseducation that has led us into a type or typical base consumerism lifestyle of, if I'm not entertained, then something's wrong. Maybe, like I say, because it's different ways to look at everything. It's different perspectives, or, you know what I'm saying? You could say right answers that carries different meanings to the same question. You know what I'm saying? I can't explain it properly, but it's like saying, okay, it's like almost like saying, okay, like, oh, you tying the shoe. But the way you tie your shoe is different from the way I tie my shoe. But they still end up tied up. You see what I'm saying? Or in the same reference of, oh, well, shit, you got your little bows and your little, but you do the bunny ear style. I do just the wrap around in the loop style, or you know what I'm saying, whatever. But it's just, I guess, form of rambling. Uh, could be considered a type of cleansing or bleeding out the negative energy, so forth. A form or type of stress reliever could be considered in a standardized manner. But, I guess when you just look at life in general, it has to be played out individually as a collective. Because notice how I said, individually as a collective, because we all deal individuals, but we all need somebody in order to, you know what I'm saying? So it's just a lot of thoughts. Because most scientists, as far as the study of neurology or which the study of the brain and how it works and operates, that it's a base level concept that we process like 1,000 thoughts per minute or something like that, or a second or something like that. Like 1,000 thoughts run through our mind like every second. But the ones that stand out is the ones that, that we might speak on or think about the most, or like, like, I gotta pay this and this and this. But it's like 1,000 other thoughts, like 800 more thoughts that of other shit that you're just running that you don't necessarily see, or I can't necessarily, but maybe you understand what I'm trying to convey within what I'm saying. Which is interesting because I guess that's why sometimes we had these little brains freeze moments where we, because there's so many of them just said, and we trying to lock on this one particular thought. Then, like, also, that's maybe why it's so common for most people or every day, like, oh, shoot. Where you, oh man, I forgot. Oh man, how can, and then, what I'm saying? It's different things that, if we take the time to properly observe and study and make a reference to why, what, and all that good, because you have to ask these questions in order to be able to, should I say, I guess, advance, elevate, move forward, to better improve. But then that's a perspective. What does his perspective? What does he think? It's the whole concept of a show idea in which I've been trying to create far as sharing information, knowledge. But, I want to be able to do, should have been doing, and things that I have done, as a combination of, I guess, almost where I'm at now. You know what I'm saying? As far as, like, as far as I said, you done been up, you done been down. And then you're on the rise again with no plans of going back down. Do you feel me now? Nah. It's just crazy, though, when you look at, I say, like, as a child growing up, when, every kid is asked that base question, what do you want to be when you grow up? Type shit, you know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of interesting answers. You know what I'm saying? I have my own great answer, and and maybe that's why I beat myself up sometimes, I guess, because I didn't accomplish certain goals that I have set. So some have been altered, some are kind of in line with what I'm doing now, in a sense, sort of. But then that comes from, like I say, when you look at the mental capacity, the environmental standards or situation you're placed in, certain things, along with the miseducation and so forth. Because at that time, you know what I'm saying, it's certain things that, we don't really pay attention to or think of or look at because maybe our situation might have us feeling, oh, I'm good, I'm great, I'm great. Or because I guess based around most times we can only see ourselves in this physical, you know what I'm saying, on this monetary, materialistic, you know, type place or plane or area or, what I'm saying, in this atmosphere. And don't necessarily look at the metaphysical side of it, the spiritual side of it, you know what I'm saying, which in turn take us to another type of or way of thinking, I guess. But like I said, this is my perspective. Uh, what does he think? Looking at it as a whole, it's something that can't just be processed or taken in and just, oh yeah, like that. You know what I'm saying? It's a course that is taken like a journey, a period of time, or over a period of time, if you will. That, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like kind of like school in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Where you got to go through these different levels or grade levels. You know what I'm saying? And it's up to you, basically, within yourself to choose how far do you want to take it or how far do you want to go before you say, fuck this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, most, especially for us as black men, you know what I'm saying? Most of us, or a lot of us, I know I went through it for as a type of experience that was like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And then introduced, and just like most of us as black men, and the lifestyle in which we live rather, which is caught up or transition into a street level lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's, you know, whatever that might be, but it involves basically this type of street mentality. You know what I'm saying? So this is our indoctrination or environmental curse that is placed upon us, and we don't understand or realize it in most cases or most times because this is what we've accustomed to growing up to, hand me down generational type shit that from our own experiences granted or warrant the nature of how or who within that circumference of our circle or our environment or our personal space or however it might be classified that influences us in what direction, good or bad, you know what I'm saying? And then, me, I have a concept of like all things good, all things bad. The problem is we don't know in what context or content to use. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you eat too much of this what will happen. If you know what I'm saying? But it's not. another subject for another matter, on another subject, on another matter, in another. Nah, I'm just tripping with you. But for real though, I mean, these are just thoughts that I would consider should play out in our minds almost on a regular, far as like, because I mean, for us within myself or me, it's like, how do I make myself better? You know what I'm saying? How can I improve me? It's like it's like when you know, or I know certain, like I was saying, like things that you say, where you want to be when you grow up as a kid, da 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 da, that shit. And like for me, it it was a it was a basic career mode, taking ownership of my own shit, but like I say, being indoctrinated into this street lifestyle mentality and behavior and so forth. And now, I just blurted out in a manner to say, blame it on my adolescence. And when I say it like that, some people might not really grasp hold of the true meaning of that phrase, blame it on my adolescence, because that's saying a lack of knowledge or lack of information. You see what I'm saying? And this is what is missing with most of us because of a process of, like I say, being melanated or having that melanin running through your skin and so forth, and your, you know what I'm saying, being this complexion a lot of times is a hinder itself, but it should be all great and full of pride and glory within itself because it is. Because when you learn the true heritage and the true nature and the science and all of this behind this melanin, you'd be surprised. But when you look at the world around you, the world today, the concepts that are given, the trends, the styles, the blah, 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 because ain't nothing really new under the sun. Because we can take a lot of this stuff and go all the way back in the ancient days with half this stuff. You know what I'm saying? But, like I say, based around my own personal experience and studies and learning and researching, I still question myself most of the time, even though I know that to say, like, I know it's been proven, I still have a type of question about that. You know what I'm saying? And for me, it's like, how can you not? But then that depends on the type of environment in which we all are raised in. And being this melanated, most of our environments being raised in is not positive, if you know what I'm saying. So, and that's why we always given we gotta work 10 times as hard just to, you know what I'm saying? And it should not be necessarily. Because every being on a planet is set forth as being equal based around the parameters of nature. But then if you look at certain individuals or groups of beings that has taken control of resources and so forth to consumerize the world, if you will, I guess. I don't know, but what does he think? We don't get into a lot of stuff, man. I'm just sharing the thoughts, You know how with the free verse style, blah, flow, blah, blah. Just rambling in reference to self to make a consideration of what does he want to accomplish before he leaves this physical? What does he need to be able to do to better improve self and be able to help those around him? What does he think? Well, I'm gonna catch on another one. Let it go and go back into my training exercise and thought, got a couple short ideas, but I just ain't got everything worked out within the screenplays. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I used to write, love to write, love. I used to create little comics and little storybooks and stuff. Now it's just as if I got a book I started and never got close to finishing. I want to still finish it up, you know what I'm saying? I might introduce it more as a movie series along with a couple other group ideas that I have, you know, that some old, some new. It's just, I guess if you look at it from a point of view of when we make awareness of mental health, and we all suffer from some form of mental health issue that we might not recognize or we just might not want to acknowledge a lot of times. And, you know, and sometimes that's like based around the nature of your career, your field of choice, or your job, or your family lifestyle, or how, you know what I'm saying? It's, you know, well, it's like when you look at like rich people, I guess, because, you know, I would fall in the category of being poor right now. I mean, maybe if I would have made better choices in my adolescence, blame it on my adolescence, nah. But, you know what I'm saying, better choices as far as within reference of, you know, certain things or doing certain things or involving myself with certain people that created a certain path or course in which that now I've been given the opportunity to correct or make a better situation out of what I have created, if you will, so to speak. You know, it's like a lot of old sayings could be applied, you know, proverbs or metaphors or so forth, you know, that, you know, like you're never too old to, you know, all kind of stuff. But I guess it's the point to always, excuse me, to be able to, or try to be able to keep an open mind of self and building self or trying to build self up or improve self or make oneself better, I guess. What does he think? But then, like I say, within my own personal base around what I with experience scene, so forth, blah, blah, blah. Um, I'm not sure how to properly respond with a answer that could be applied applicable. uh, yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna work on this screenplay. An idea. It's a couple that I'm in the process of trying to put together, and still learning the process of making it happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you properly write a screenplay? You know, type stuff. Because it's not really necessarily, well, I can't really say that it is new to me, far as actually, it ain't like new to me, like I ain't never heard of it, I ain't seen it done type deal, but it's new to me in reference of I'm actually applying it to doing it myself, you know what I'm saying? And I know I need help, so it's just being able to find the right person to assist with that, or someone within that same, I guess, thought process of, yeah, let's create some little series or some little story based ideas that we could tell based around different parameters of our life, other people's lives that we know, so forth, within regards to not exposing nobody in that manner, but just raising certain awareness or consciousness on certain or basic things that we experience, I guess. I don't know. Things that is basically being done to a point now. But I guess I want to try to expose it in a from a different angle or point of view on certain issues. Or maybe huh, got another thought. But check this. I'm gonna take it back to the church when we get into the studies. I know I started a couple, in the beginning series, where we start breaking down, the different religious texts and so forth, and we I want to be able to go into, I want to be able to bring a couple other people in that has the same form of type of knowledge and information, who've done the study and research. Some of them are teachers and so forth, but you know, I did like a test pilot and so forth, and then I ran. I started in the beginning series, but you know, like I say, it's a startup. It's the beginning, but I know in reference to being able to create a better environment. You know what I'm saying? Within your own personalized set standards, I guess. I don't know. As I feel at this moment to be scatterbrained, or like I was saying earlier, how we have these like 1,000 thoughts for thought mind per second, and see, I'm at that brain freeze moment. Being honest, as far as because I have and I'm trying to bring all of them out at once. And I can't do that. I mean, yeah, if I was using my whole mental capacity of my brain, which that raises another question. Why are we limited? Neurologically speaking. Maybe I didn't use that term properly or say that term properly. But you know what I'm saying? Let me rephrase it and say, why are we limited within our mental capacity of our brain usage? When, as they say, what's considered a genius in our day and time, using maybe an average of between 9 to maybe 12% max type deal, as they probably would classify in this day and time. But you know, and you have a way of thought. It's like, dang, if we using less than, let's just say, make it sound, we just gonna round it off. Desi gonna round this off to say, so should that not make you think to say, what the hell? If I'm using less than 20% of my brain capacity and I'm doing everything that I'm doing now, well, damn, how do I get to use 100%? Cause man, what would I be like? How would I become? What would I be able to actually do? You know what I'm saying? But hey, I'm gonna have to get back at y'all. Remember this. Hood support your hood. Crazy. I guess I say that in reference to, at times in my past, I have done a lot of crazy things. My time in my past, I have experienced an insane world. But hey, if I expose the mannerisms of my true nature, self, and thought, and this is not my first. Man, you know what's funny though? In experiencing what we call life, that's why I always say in the physical, because see, I consider myself, ooh shit, fuck up my mic. I consider myself an infinite being because the energy that flows through you, energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be like moved or transversed and, you know what I'm saying, somewhere else type deal. Can't just and you can change the current or the flow, put it like that, I guess, if you will. So once the flow ceases from this, it goes somewhere else into another form, so to speak, if you will. I mean, that's why you have people that say, oh, yeah, I believe in reincarnation, da 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 da. And then, as you probably have experienced in your own life, where you little kids and they say, damn, that motherfucker talk like they been here before. You know what I'm saying? And some of them have. A lot of them, you'd be surprised because it's not said that even though we have grown so accustomed to this physical, we have become part of this type of I don't know proper words in which I could use to best describe what I want to convey to you as the public, the people, my fellow brothers and sisters of different genders, base natures described, ethnic groups, and so forth, wah. You know what I'm saying? Cause everybody, all of us, black, white, green, purple, blue, orange, yellow, all of us on this motherfucking planet, man. What is funny, and when I actually think about it, we all carry the same basic nature of you know what? I'm gonna let you fill in that blank right there. And we're gonna catch you on another trip. Heaven's Hells Production Network. Get your numbers up. That's what I'm trying to do. For real though, people, man. I enjoy this little moment to just kind of express myself a little bit. Kind of feel a little better, I guess, from an emotional standpoint, a physical standpoint of feeling like, you know what I'm saying? Woosah, looking ass, motherfucker. But yeah, man, I feel a little better at this moment for some reason. I don't know. You know, I just wanted to vent, if you will, I guess. You know, in my thoughts. What does he think? I appreciate, you know what I'm saying? Just whoever takes the time to listen and just trips off of me or whatever the fuck you want to do within reverence of, give me some feedback though, man, you know. Because right now I'm just kind of, it's not like nothing scripted, wrote down. Most of my, most of the things I do now is kind of, I guess, spur of the moment, freestyle, you know, just I'm finna just check this out. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I don't have the time or can't necessarily make the time. It's just, honestly, I just feel like I done got lazy within myself for some odd reason, and it's almost as if, you know what I'm saying, I choose to find a reason or make an excusable means to disregard what I should be doing and know what I need to do. But then, I guess, far as what does he think, it's based around the fact of looking at the circumference and certain individuals, the people that you care for, love, and so forth, that a lot of times you just can't let go of them or kick them out this circle, I guess, or this circumference, because of the love you have for them. But the funny thing is, that's the sacrifices that we can't make half the time, or a lot of times that we don't want to make or choose not to make. And this is what perpetuates us within our little circle or our circumference, that where we don't advance within ourselves like as we should. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many people can you say, man, that boy got talent, that girl can really sing and hit whoop 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 and so forth and so forth, for as different skills, different types of stuff that people can do almost on natural base level that they just, and you be like, whoa, and then, but they don't go nowhere with it. They don't take it nowhere. And that's what I mean. A lot of sometimes this is why we don't go there, because of this certain, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I know I'm guilty, or can blame the fact to say that it's a lot of individuals that I probably need to just, I can't say it like that, a lot of individuals, but maybe it's a certain, but then, I don't know. It's just something for me to analyze and take in reference of thought and consideration. But, and then it's also can be applied to myself as not being just super social or socialized individual to say, hey, how you doing, buddy? Hey, and let me tell you this, and shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm not no, you know, I mean, yeah, you speak to me, I'm gonna speak to you, and we can carry on the conversation about whatever pretty much to a point. But I'm not gonna strike up that conversation initially. You know what I'm saying? But most people, once they get to know me, or once they talk to me, we actually have a conversation, are surprised. And then it becomes where it's almost as if, like, I don't know, maybe I'm not saying it right within the way I'm thinking right now at this moment, because I have so many thoughts running through my mind, and things that I know I need to do, things that I want to do, things that I guess I could say there's nothing I can do about now in reflection of the past. But certain reflections of things, or that make reference to goals or dreams, if you will, of accomplishments that still can be met or still can get done. You know, it's like at one point I thought I'd be an artist, you know, woo woo, yeah, charge ones and the twos and the twos and the three, kick it on, yeah, see me in the street shit, you know, blah, blah, blah. But now, based around the parameters of the age in which I am, because, you know, I'm 1,976 years old. So, which is crazy. But I just can't stop, because first off, I love music. I might not be the one to, oh man, you remember 81 and such did such and such, but the thing is, when such and such came, and it was, I can't break down shit, you know, it all like that, but then that's, you know what I'm saying, like I said, I just feel like a nice sense of relief. Just to be able to release this, you know what I'm saying? It's like a form of cleanse. But then that's why I love music, though. Music moves you, you know what I'm saying? That's how we've been manipulated all these generations, through sound and image. Now it's time to regain control of the sound and images that we consume within our mental context. But I'm gonna get with y'all later on another flip, on another trip. I know I say that shit like it's, I'm lit up part of the reason. You know, does he stay high? That's the name. But so let y'all go with this one. And this thought, I don't know. I'm not sure how to say it, but it is weight on my shoulders. I say they playing, huh? I still love music, still do music. Even though over the years, me learning how to engineer and do everything myself type deal, you know, it's funny because I done lost a couple catalogs and stuff. The one I've been building now, or rebuilding, well, the one I've been building now, because most of everything in it is new. I mean, far as beats and songs, well, I can't really say, well, I did say it properly. I guess most of it is all new. I still got a couple old ideas, old song concepts within reference. Because hey, they just be banging to me though, man. Like, oh, look at you. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't really took the time to properly nature the whole concept properly. You know, and that's what I've been working on now. And like I say, within, as you can see behind me, my little screen, on my big screen anyway, you know what I'm saying? Where I got the little game on. And work on my hand-eye coordination, my cognitive skills, if you will. I guess I'm saying it right. I'm not sure. But you know, man, I check it out to make sure. And then I still question that. So I'll get back with y'all later. Hope y'all enjoyed this little thought process moment. What does he think? You know what I'm saying? Love.